Good day, I'm Stacey Ann Smith, and this is your JIS news for Tuesday, December 9. Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller and other CARICOM leaders have renewed their call on the United States to end its economic embargo against Cuba. CARICOM Chairman Antigua's Prime Minister Gaston Brown spoke to the issue at the 5th CARICOM Cuba Summit in Havana on Monday.
President Obama and representatives of the U.S. Congress end this senseless battle against Cuba now. Let the Cuban people thrive.
On the day which also marked CARICOM Cuba Day, Mr. Brown commended the island's healthcare workers for their tireless work in the fight against Ebola.
Cuban doctors, nurses, and technicians have not only put their lives at risk to save lives in West Africa, they have saved lives around the world by helping to contain and control the spread of Ebola. They deserve our deep respect, our great gratitude, and our enduring thanks.
Meanwhile, CARICOM leaders are pushing for a greater effort to establish a practical machinery to expand trade and investment with Cuba. The CARICOM chairman asserts that although small trade with Cuba has increased, it would be further expanded if an effective and affordable transportation machinery was in place.
I call in this summit meeting to place high priority on creating mechanisms to move goods, services, and passengers throughout our countries. I'm convinced that if Cuba and CARICOM countries can jointly build a transportation network, all of our economies will benefit.
The CARICOM chairman pointed to tourism as a gateway to increase trade, investment, and cultural exchange. In the meantime, Cuba's President Raul Castro has pledged his government's continued support for CARICOM. Speaking at the opening ceremony of the 5th CARICOM Cuba Summit in Havana, President Castro said despite his country's economic difficulties, it would honor its pledge to cooperate and share its modest achievements with CARICOM. President Castro also reiterated Cuba's unwavering decision to support, under any circumstances, the right of small and vulnerable countries to access trade and investment through special and differential treatment. He said the challenges of the 21st century were forcing the region to unite to face the effects of climate change and coordinate an approach to the post-2015 development agenda. In news on Jamaican youth, Portfolio Minister Lisa Hanna is calling on the island's young people seeking jobs to take a risk and create their own employment. Citing prospects in farming, shipping, logistics, as well as information and communications technology, the minister urged youth to take up entrepreneurial opportunities provided by the National Youth Service.
Taking risk is a good thing. It's the best time in the world's environment to take risk. It's also the best time in the Jamaican economy because the Jamaican economy is moving in a direction for you to be able to take the risk, especially where the interest rates are, especially where we're going, especially with regards to the fact that, look, we're not spending more than we earn, and that we're putting in the kind of fiscal controls that allow you to have some degree of stability and courage to take risk.
The minister was addressing the finals of the National Youth Service Entrepreneurship Competition, the Pitch. Competition winner, 20-year-old St. Mary resident Kawayne Anderson walked away with $300,000 to invest in his company Golden Plate Event Supplies and Services. Another 20-year-old Akeem Honeygun from St. Catherine placed second and received $200,000 to expand his clothing business, Kendrick Fashions. Third place and $100,000 went to 20-year-old Shakiria Scott and her stationery supply and homework center business based in St. Ann. The Development Bank of Jamaica DBJ is reporting that it has disbursed over $2 billion in loans to various businesses since the start of the financial year. For the April to October 2014 period, over 4,700 loans were approved, valuing $2.25 billion. The DBJ has set a $9 billion lending target for the 2014-2015 fiscal year. Meanwhile, as at November 2014, 17 vouchers valuing $3.4 million were issued to 14 micro, small and medium-sized enterprises, MSMEs, under the DBJ's voucher program. $13 million has been budgeted under the voucher program to provide technical assistance to 85 MSMEs and improve their credit worthiness. The MSMEs will receive between $100,000 and $200,000. And as we go through the Christmas season, head of the Police Traffic Division, Senior Superintendent Calvin Allen, is appealing to pedestrians to exercise greater care on the nation's roads.
This is one of the areas that we have targeted in our efforts in public education and otherwise, and we are going to continue to target it for 2015 to make pedestrians more aware as to the critical role they play towards road safety.
Speaking at a recent JIS think tank, SSP Allen said since the start of the year, more than 90 pedestrians have lost their lives on the roads. Approximately 50 fatalities were related to the actions of motorists, while about 42 lives were lost as a result of pedestrian error. This includes persons crossing the road at the wrong time and using cell phones or earphones while crossing.
If we can cut pedestrian fatality in half, we would be way down the ladder in terms of the overall world standard as it relates to fatality. And this is why this is one of the areas that we have targeted.
In the meantime, the police and the Transport Authority will be working closely to maintain order on the roads, particularly during the holiday season. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stacey Ann Smith. Thank you for watching.